Test, test, test. Okay, we're good. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to AMF Cranston Lanes in Cranston, Rhode Island. Had a little microphone problem here, but we're good now. We are in the round of 4 semifinals of the GMS Decorative Concrete over on the doubles. With you here, Brian Gaskell and Bruce Hall.
What's up, Gas?
Rather be bowling. I'm sure you would too.
Well, I just lost by two.
By
so
two, yeah.
What are you going to do? Didn't make the move fast enough. But good turnout. Really great turnout today. Good, really good entries.
Right. Was it 54?
We were, I think, one short of or two short of
54
sellout.
entries. Yeah, 54 entries over on the doubles. One person over 50, one person under 50. With the champion rules, one person has not been able to win in the last 5 years, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a champion, non-champion, but relaxed because of the over-under feature. Anybody that has not won in 5 years is reconsidered a non-champion, so it makes it a little easier to fill teams. Let's go over who is still bowling. In the round of 4 on 7 and 8, we have the lefty team of Dennis Bissonette and Chris Soule versus Tim Elsis and Frankie Kalka. And to the right on 9 and 10, you will see Danny Koo and Joe Scianna versus Daryl Gurton and Paul Smith. Those 8 bowlers qualify for the, this is a 4E event, I think, right?
Yep, it is.
As I remind him, they just got knocked out.
Don't remind me, I just lost by 2. Missed the 4E by 2 pins.
So the 8 bowlers in front of you will all qualify for that year-end tournament. For an extra $10,000 in bonus money donated graciously by Chris Forey of Buddy's Pro Shop.
Seems to be a break in the action here, Gas. What's going on?
I don't know. They got to get the scores erased.
Oh, I guess they were practicing, 2 at each.
Yeah, it wasn't on for practice, so they have to delete all the scores from the desk.
They haven't actually started, so.
Right.
Be right back.
So let's go over the cut score. This was a 1-squad tournament. When over on the doubles, we just have 1 squad and no re-oil for the finals. So these lanes have been bowled on for the 5 games of qualifying. The reason why we didn't go live with the normally we would have went live 1 round earlier, but because they split the finals up, we bowled part of the finals on 13 through 20, where we really couldn't get the camera that far to the right. So this is the first round we've gone live because the final matches will all be on these pairs in front of us now. So these lanes have not been bowled on since qualifying. So there's 5 full games bowled on these lanes, no re-oil, and they're going to go right in now. Finally, you're going to have Chris Soule on lane 8. The cut score was plus 334 for doubles team. We bowled on a recreational. This was the actual house shot that is used in Cranston all the time. Was about 15 to 1. I don't have the specs in front of me. I didn't pull them up.
15, that sounds about right. It was once 15 to 1. It isn't now, I promise.
No, I'm sure.
It's been beat on pretty hard, so transition's really fast. I was just on a pair with 3 lefties, and literally it was a move right with your feet every shot, with the 3 of us right on top of each other.
The specs when we began on the fresh was 45 feet, 26.75 mils, 15.63 to 1.
Yeah, big ratio, designed for house play, lots of friction, lots of hold. But although I'll tell you, if you got it in, it wasn't automatic hold to the pocket.
No, I can attest to that.
It would hook, So I think the lane surface is so beat up, and this SPL is old enough that it's it will react, even off the edge. So it's. But obviously, you're figuring out how to carry. You're not figuring out how to hit the pocket. It's that
It was not just close your eyes and throw it wherever you want.
No,
it was not that.
I was making half-board moves, and I was making hand position moves, and things to really just get the ball through the pins the right way and just try to keep up. So it just goes to show that any pattern, somebody's going to bowl good, and somebody isn't. Yes, there's different, tricks to it that you have to do, but the bottom line is we're all bowling the same thing, and you got to figure out how to score. It's that simple. So we do. There was some kerfuffle over the house shot ratio. But
yeah, there was.
Let me just address that real quick and get out of the way. So this is the last recreational pattern of the year. We're not going to have any more after this. And a good example is tomorrow will be 4 to 1.
Yeah.
So it'll be, it'll be hook. There'll be a little bit of hook off the corner, a little bit of hold inside of 6-7, but that's it. So you're not talking about anything that's going to be really that easy tomorrow on the regular doubles. There will not, as of this as we sit here today, there will not be another house shot for the rest of the year. We decided to go with house shots gas because last year we ran a 9-to-1, 10-to-1 tournament. I forgot exactly where it was, and the cut was like 80 over.
Yeah.
So people didn't, when you say recreational, that's what they want. They want something that's high scoring. We want it to balance out.
And what Bruce is referring to, the pattern committee decided that any time we advertised as a recreational shot this year, we just used the actual house shot of the center instead of trying to pick something that we don't know how it was going to play.
Right.
And
well said.
You know what? I'm fine with it. I don't like them easy normally ever, but in a double setting, I don't mind it as much because it promotes camaraderie, chatter with your team.
Sure.
It was fine, and I didn't make the cut, and I'm fine with it. It was,
I think everybody likes. I mean, we do this survey every year, and we say, "What do you want for patterns?" And there are certain people that want all sport patterns. There are people that want all recreational house shot patterns. There's people that want things in between. So we try to do a mixture. This year, honestly, we're leaning towards challenge shots. We have 4 sport shots. We have 3 house shots. That's 7. We have 24 events. That's 17 challenge shots we're going to have this year. So more than anything else, that's what we'll have. Ratios from 7-to-1, 6-to-1, down to 3. Something like that. Down to just above the sport range. So we're all over the map on that. So anyway, let's put
the elephant's out of the room. That's
it. Yeah, let's put that to bed.
Let's talk about the bowling.
Now let's watch some bowling. Now watch what happened to Sol on that shot. You saw that ball just spark off the corner. So he's going to make a 1 or 2 move right now, and I'm sure Dennis will go with him. And then Kalka's on that pair. So we have another pair with 3 lefties. And let me tell you, it breaks down really fast. I just bowled on it. And, you're moving about a board every shot just about with the 3 guys in the same place. And Tim Elsis will have it easy because he'll have it hold up for him. And, again, we're just on the 6th game on this set of pairs, right?
Yep.
So you saw that ball just go right through the mids and right to the pocket for Tim Elsis right there. So anyway. Well, thanks for getting things set up, Gas. I appreciate it. Well, it was
a little touchy, but we got it.
Hanging in my buddy AJ Villa. We were trying to make a little noise here, and we did okay. It's two cashes in a row for me and my buddy. So I'm really happy about Mr. Villa helping me out. So, and Andrew bowled with Mike Clausen, and unfortunately those guys missed by about 10.
Yeah.
So they had a pretty good day, but not quite enough.
And I missed by about
to get it
30.
Done. Did you?
30-ish.
Sorry, I saw you over there.
Yeah, we gave it a run.
So.
We got off to a bad start, and we made a run. Ian bowled 300 game 4.
I saw that.
And we got, we gave ourselves a chance, and we only bowled 420-ish the last game. We needed about 460.
That's all you can ask for. Meanwhile, the guys on the pair here, Bissonette and Sol led the qualifying at 497 over. They just edged out Tony Renaud and Alex Aguiar. So they are the leaders, and they're still alive and bowling very well.
Jay Johnson and Alex both individually bowled like 370.
Jay shot 360 something
like that.
Or something
ridiculous.
Like that. Crazy numbers. Just insane numbers. And Alex too?
Yeah.
Was Alex 300 over? Okay.
Yeah.
Way
crazy. Up high 300s, like mid to high 300s.
Crazy numbers. Anyway, so here's Paul Smith on the right, and boy, would you like to have these revs on this fairly easy pattern. Of course, that ball hooks. Now, I found Gas across the lanes. The right lanes hooked more on the left side than the left lanes almost uniformly.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty predictable, actually, by at least a board. And this last pair was about 2 or 3 boards different. There's Tim Elsis getting a nice push through the mids. Gets it to roll up and give him the mixer strike. So you got to say advantage righty on this pair, this 7 and 8 pair, with all these lefties here. And there's Paul Smith. You might think that in the house shot with no re-oil. And by the way, guys, we did go to no re-oil for single squad tournaments, right? So just to keep it moving. And here we are in the semifinals, and it's 4:10. We're going to be out of here by 5:30. So
I can go home and watch the U.S. Open.
So there you go. That's right. Looking forward to that. So. Anyway, so we're again in the semifinals here, and there's Darrell right up the lane, doing a beautiful shot there by Gurton. Gets it along with Paul Smith. And who's the non-champ in that pair? I wonder.
Well, I'm guessing Darrell probably hasn't won in over 5 years.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, they could be. And there's Frankie. Frankie's left of everybody.
I can look that up.
And Frankie's throwing something pretty weak right up the left side and trying to keep himself out of trouble. Whereas guys with me just thinking we still have hand kept going right. And then the guys who actually have hand, like Dennis Bissonnette, goes right, and it pays off for him. Front four for
See,
Bissonnette.
my mistake all day was if I left a swish and 7 or a flat 10, I tried to move right.
Right.
And every time I did that, the ball hooked at my toes.
Of course.
And that was not the right idea. I gave away a lot of frames like that.
And there you go.
I think after I did it once or twice, I would have learned my lesson, but I didn't.
We want to welcome everybody to the live stream. Unfortunately, today being a Saturday, we're not going to be giving away our 2 balls like we normally do on Sunday telecasts. But if you're around tomorrow, please like and share the feed in the final match. And we'll be giving away 2 balls from Island Bowling Supply. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll be holding a random drawing of those who like and share. That's all you have to do. And we'll get you entered for one of those balls. That's tomorrow on the final match in the regular doubles. Who's your partner tomorrow? Yes.
Jimmy Pritz.
Pritzy. Saw Pritzy out in Vegas. And Joanne. And it was like a reunion of the tour people out there. So
yeah, Daryl Gurton's last one was in December of 2016.
Oh, he's just, okay, so he's got 7 out.
Yeah.
So, okay. Them's the rules. Great shot there by Danny Koo. I know who's the non-winner in that group.
And then Soul hasn't won in a while.
Soul hasn't won. Danny Koo is the bridesmaid of bridesmaids.
And Tim Elsis.
It's time for him to win.
Tim Elsis has never won. That team,
Elsis, yeah.
Every time we have this over-under tournament twice a year, Frankie and Elsis are always right there in the end, aren't they?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Who's the defending of this?
It was Stephen Major and
thank you,
Monroy.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? Monroy reminded me of that earlier this week when we were practicing together at Auburn, and I still forgot. I do know who the defending champion tomorrow is. It's Andrew and Adam Zimmerman.
Right. So
they'll be back to defend for tomorrow, so it should be fun. So, all right, here's Smith trying to keep up. They're hitting the buzzsaw here on their in the Skirtin team. And that's going to spin up, gets it out, rips the rack apart, and beautiful shot there by Paul Smith.
Yeah, I didn't have a partner for tomorrow as of Wednesday, and I sort of felt guilty asking Jimmy. I'm like, I know it's Father's Day, but like, any chance you want to bowl? Because it's short, and I feel stupid if I don't show up when it's short.
Well, it's short, and by the way, there's hook off the corner.
Yeah.
So once you take that, what's that old thingy, the Force X? What's that ball?
Track 10.
Track 10 Haas. Come on, baby, bring it.
Might be a little too much oil for that, but we'll see. we'll try.
Not off the corner.
We'll
if you look at the pattern, it looks very dry off.
We'll give it a shot.
Get it rolling off the corner.
So meanwhile, Elsis and Frankie have 9 out of the front 10 over here on the left.
Yeah.
And here is Tim on the front 5 himself.
Look at that mid-lane push. Down the lane, mixer 7-pin for Elsis. Not quite enough. Here's Joe Scianna trying to make his team. Koo and Scianna 8 for 8. And he's deep. Spins it up.
He was throwing
dead flush.
Could see off to the right last round. He was throwing a purple hammer last round, I thought. But
was he? Well, this
obviously
is a lot more ball than that.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is. It looks almost got some surface on it too. You've got that corkscrew spin, that voodoo roll.
Yeah, here's Dennis trying to keep his team in the match. They're down a good 30 to 40 pins, I would say.
Well, they're only 40 over, and each guy is 40 over on the other team. So
yeah.
And here's Danny Koo.
They had the front 8. Danny's
breaking up the front 8 in a huge way on the double pinochle. And let's see if Darryl can strike here and get back into that match. So it's going to tighten this match up quite a bit. Across with Tim Elsis in the Super Senior Cashers round out in Vegas.
Oh, is that right?
A couple weeks ago. Yeah, we were tied. We were nip and tuck all through the Cashers round. Then the last 3, he shoots 250, 240, like 220, and he ends up making $200 or more than me. So good job, Tim, figuring it out at the end. I had my usual 2-teen look. And barely gets the 7 to go, does Daryl Gurton. And good shot there. So, yes, I did enjoy. There we go. Which U.S. Open did you mean? Was that the PBA 50 Senior U.S. Open?
No, golf.
Oh, I knew.
Sorry,
I knew what you meant, Haas. I knew what you meant. I was kidding. I'm kidding. I knew what you meant.
I got action, Haas.
That is going on. That's going on right now. The Senior U.S. Open in Greeley, Colorado.
Well, so is the women's.
So is the women's.
There's a lot of U.S. Opens this week.
A lot of U.S. Opens. They're all. But golf is the one we follow, right? I mean,
Well, that's the only one I can bet on. So.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't see if there was any odds on any action on the seniors out in Vegas. There's a crumbling bucket that won't take the 10 out for Smith.
So.
Meanwhile, Frankie misses, as did Elsis in the 6th frame. So will they give a ray of hope here for the Sol and Bissonnette team? Just because we're not giving away balls doesn't mean you don't have to like and share the feed. Please do. Get our viewership up. Great to have you all with us on a Saturday afternoon here in beautiful Cranston, Rhode Island. Where would you rather be? There's that spinning roll for Joe. Comes up high. Should have been a 4-7-10, but the 4 goes out, and that was trouble for Skiana. So both guys are going to open here in the 5th after going front 4 on the Skiana team. And Tim Elsis slaps the 10. Thank you. Well, it'll be good to see Pritzy. We both bowled both events out there. He was out there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like I said, I reached out to him on Wednesday. I'm like, it's short. We should bowl. Can you get out? And he said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so good stuff. Yeah.
He got permission from the wife, and we'll be here.
Well, Joanne's I would think she's a fairly easy kitchen pass. Joanne, she's just the best. Really gets bowling, comes out. This side, everybody. Beautiful shot there by Frankie. Get them back on the strike train, and here's Dennis. And he pop another one here. We're going to have to start doing some math here in this match. Danny Q, very deep and very powerful back on the strike train as well. We're going to have to do some math on both these master toss, figure out who's up.
Yep. Let's wait till Dennis finishes out this frame, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Let's see.
And blower 10. No, thank you.
All right, so let's see. The bottom guys are even.
Yep.
And Kalka's team is up 20 on the top. So that's down to a 20-pin match now.
20-pin match there. But the left-hand guys, the guys that are down, are both on strike.
Right.
And that's a devastating blower 5-7 for Daryl Gurdon. You might call that a senior blower right there. But give him the 4-bagger. Now let's figure out this match. 112, they're 28 over. 71-0, 130. So he's 30
27 over. And then 3 under the bottom.
30 minus 3.
Yeah, so that's a 1-pin match right now.
1-pin, right. A right hand 9 and 10 is a 1-pin match, and a 20-pin match on 7 and 8 after we had some devastating beginnings thinking they're both going to be blowouts. There's Skiana. Going to come up a little bit late. Rings a 10. No thank you. Well, Sol threw a double to shut us out, basically, to give themselves the match. Great shot there.
Yeah, and he looked like he was struggling right before that. He had the baby split.
We made the move. He made the move right that I didn't make soon enough. And like I said, it was a board every shot. On each lane, it was a board. By the time you're done, that's, 8 or 9 boards right.
And it's hard to do that. Like,
it's really hard to make that jump.
Force yourself to keep doing
Andrew
it.
told me. He said, Dad, you got to make a big move, because Sol's inside of you. you got to make the big move. And I did for a nice 6-8 in the pocket, but the 8 went out. I still didn't. If I double, we win. Yeah. Wah. Skiana shouldn't have any trouble with the 10-pin. No problem there. And now that went to a 10 down match because they doubled. Gas.
Where are you looking?
9 and 10. They were dead even.
It was 1 pin.
But Daryl got to put up the double.
Right.
Yeah. So 10 pins now. Look at, I tell you, that release for Danny is just silky smooth. That he hasn't won is amazing. Between him and Kevin, they really are. They should bowl doubles together and win just to get the monkey up both their backs. And Frankie gets one to roll up.
Frankie extends the lead.
260 in the wood for Frankie. Extends their lead by 20. They were up 20.
Dennis missed that.
And Dennis goes by that.
That's now a 40-pin match again.
And 20, that's right. 40 plus some count. Can't do that. Hey, I made all my 7 pins today, Hoss. Ouch. Pain for Daryl. So now they were up 10. Now you're going to give 2 back and count and likely an open, so they're going to give away the lead here. Not to mention the fact that Skiana doubled on the right side.
Soul taking a re-rack.
So we had a lead change here at 9 and 10, Hoss. These matches close. Once we finish this match, we'll move over to 11 and 12 for the final. And not quite. Gonna leave the 7 pin. 62. That gives Smith the lead, or excuse me, Koo the lead now over Daryl and his man. He was down quite a bit. Big shot for Soul to get back into this match. What are they down? 40 now?
Yeah.
Big shot for Soul. Spuns it up.
Oh,
And nudges the 7 out of there. A huge shot. Down to 30 right now as we sit here, but these guys are both on strikes. Zing! Oh man, get that one right. That was right off his hand, Paul Smith. How about a Brooklyn for Tim Elsis? Can you believe that?
wow.
Boy. And what a time to do it. To keep their 40-pin lead going into the 9th. And wow, what a huge break for those guys. Meanwhile, Skiana cannot strike. And a cover for Paul Smith. And ended now would be Kauka and Elsis against too close to call here in the Skiana match. Let's figure this out again, Haas.
37.
37.
Plus 13 on the left.
Yeah.
And
40 and minus
plus
4.
17 on the right.
Plus 17. No, he's
Yeah.
at 40. He's
22
at
minus.
42.
Oh, I'm sorry. 22 and
62,
15.
Yeah. He's
37.
plus 6. Yeah.
37.
Plus 6 on the
Oh,
right.
yeah,
on the
it's
right
about a
side.
23
Danny
pin lead.
is. And there's a flat 10. Yeah. For Koo, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that would have made it
Now
33.
20
that would have made it
22
30
now.
something. Yeah. Okay. So right now it'd be Koo and Skiana against.
That one's not going Brooklyn.
No, but he does fade it into the pocket with a little bit of deflection and gets the rack to blow. That's going to lock it up, right? 40.
Pretty much.
That's going to lock it up because they doubled to go to 50 is what happened too. So they had a 50-pin lead going into that frame. These guys are looking at 540, right? I mean,
Soul can shoot 259. Dennis can shoot 237, right? So we'll give them
90.
96 on the
Call
if
it.
they get them all.
But these guys are looking at 540 something. I mean, Tim,
96.
with that Brooklyn.
If he misses and
10,
shoots
40.
260.
He's got call it 279. And then
I mean, if Frankie, if
260,
he missed here and Frankie opened, it could be close. But that's it. Now it's over.
Saws the
Now it's
Tim
officially
Elsis,
over.
279 with the Brooklyn in the 9th. There you go. That's a game. There's Paul Smith, spins it up. Even that power leaves a flat 7 when you're deep enough.
Video's a little choppy.
Yeah, guys, let us know how the video is. It seems a little chunky right now, actually.
Yeah, it's pausing pretty bad right now.
Is it? Yeah.
tell you, Scanna just left a 10-pin. And Paul Smith left a 7-pin. As Elsa's finished 9.
Wow, great game for Tim Elsis. Again, not having the traffic on the right side. Able to use the hold and score at will. That's a miss. That's a miss.
We need a score change
right
over
there. We need a score change on that one, and those guys were already down. So that is not good for the Paul Smith, Daryl Girton team. We need that score fixed. This might be just a walk in the park for Frankie. Packs it. So 270, 260. So how about 448? Excuse me, 548. Thank you. 548. That might win most matches. No problem there. Plus 30 now for the coup team. And it will be, looks like Danny and Joe in the final against Frankie and Tim Elsis. Good shot there by Danny. Is today the day that Danny gets his first title? And icing on the cake there for Frankie. Gets that one. Let's see, is there any scenario they can catch up? It's 30 pins now, right? Basically, guess.
Let's see. Let's give. If they get them all, that's 451, right?
Yeah, 80, 210, 246, and 5. Yep, 51
Plus
over.
51 is the most they can get.
So 221, 79.
Oh, sure, they can
18.
still
So
win.
they're
It's not over yet.
they're in the. These guys are only in 35.
Yeah.
And they can punch for 51, so it's
Yeah.
no means out of
Not
it.
even close to over yet.
Yeah. But it is a 30-pin match because of the lead that Scianna has.
Yeah,
over
doubles.
Paul Smith.
Doubles that you can catch up a lot.
Good shot there by Scianna. They set themselves up nicely for the 10th. And there's a punch out. So that's going to be 483, and they're going to lose by how much? 485.
And they lost by 60.
Lose by 60. They're going to lose by 63 with 485. So.
All right, so we got a ball game here still on 9 and 10 because everybody's on a strike. So there's a lot of things that can happen here.
So as we sit here, 30 minus 5. It's 25-pin match as we sit here. Must strike here by Girton. If he misses, it's pretty much over. Rips it, turns it up, hits the dry, and goes. Gone. 225 max. That hurt. Now their max is 430. If Danny puts this one away,
This one will go a long way.
That'll be it. And
Got
rips it up and gets it there by Danny Koo, punching his ticket into the final. It will be Koo, I think, right? I don't think I can lose it now. Koo and
I mean, yeah. An ultimate.
I don't think so.
If it's 30-something pins right now, if Scanna were to open and Paul Smith were to go out, they can make up 30 pins. But if Danny throws this one, it's over for sure.
Yeah, well, this one for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But literally, it's a 35-pin
It's
match.
right.
This will make it 45.
That's
and
9.
But
That's
close enough. 230 to 225. So he's going to give him
it's
a 5-pin
pretty close
advantage.
to over.
79.
Scanna might need like 9 out
79,
to lock it up.
99, 20 something. And the most.
You might only need 8 or 9 out.
Yeah. That's about right. Like we said, guys, we'll sign off and move the camera over to 11 and 12 for our final match And after that, we'll have the interview.
Must strike, just to be have any chance.
Yeah.
If my math is right, I think Scan needs 9 out to lock it up. 8
Yeah,
out.
they need
8
30.
out guarantees them a tie.
They need 430.
Anything
so he
more
needs
than
2. So 9 out would give him 202.
Right. 8
Right.
out is 200. So 8
Right.
out even guarantees them a tie.
8 out, no.
Yes.
Because it's,
Guarantees
you're
him a
right.
tie.
I'm sorry, you're right. 8 out's a tie. And
That's a
being
winner.
Joe Scianna, he'll say, let's
That's a
flush
winner.
it. And that will be that. It will be Koo and Scianna in the finals against Elsis and Kalka. And 3 out of 4 righties. It'd be more interesting to see what the righties do to this pair on 11 and 12 as they a little bit. Congratulations. We'd really love to see Danny win today when obviously we root everybody on, but that would be a good title to get for Danny. And not going to do it.
Well, Stephen Major won his first at this tournament last year, so.
Yes, he did.
Might
and
be.
He's won since.
Yep.
He won the, what did he win? He won
TLC.
a major. He won a major, yeah.
TLC.
He won the TLC. So. All right, we'll catch the last shot here, guys, and sign it off, and we will be back.
It's going to be about a 450,
4:29
429 victory for Scanner and Koo.
away. Yeah, we got some choppy internet here, buddy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Afterwards, so. Okay.
And we're hardwired in, so I don't know what we're going to.
Back in a little bit.
Thank you.
Okay.